So now it is time to go racing. Julian Godfrey on pole position. 2 wins have gone his way this year. 2 wins to Derek Tohill, middle of the front row. Jack Thorne's Fiesta on the outside. Roger Thomas and Steve Hill on the second row. Ollie Bennett should be on the third row with Andy Grant and Simon Horton as we get set to go racing. Bennett missing after dramas. Lights go green. Great start by Thorne. Is it good enough? He will go for the standard lap. Steve Hill does go joker from the outside. Thorne is ahead of Godfrey. Tohill gets into the rubbing match with Roger Thomas, and Tohill is all sideways as Godfrey pounces for the race lead. Back to tarmac. Thorne goes sideways. Julian Godfrey is the race leader, and that could be absolutely critical with Tohill with damage already down in 4th place. Electric start by Jack Thorne, but it has not served him well enough. Julian Godfrey is ahead then as they turn round the hairpin here. Downhill for the first time. Turn right onto the loose. Derek Tohill with more battered bodywork flapping in the breeze goes after Roger Thomas, who's getting better and better and better every time he sits in this car. Jack Thorne still the most spectacular, up onto 2 wheels out of the chicane. Tohill now goes for the joker. Through that narrow right left sequence, then the road opens up a little bit. You jump down back onto Cheston's Drift. He's behind Steve Hill, and Hill, remember, jokered at the first corner. So that means Derek Tohill has lost a place already to Steve Hill courtesy of the joker lap. Julian Godfrey looking good up front here, maybe for win number 3 of the season. On board with Hill. Next target for him is Andy Grant. Derek Tohill is determined to try to get past him. Now, is he going to be able to make up any of that lost ground? They're all concertinaing down to paddock here. On board with Hill. Derek Tohill, despite the damage, chasing after him. Seemingly it is only bodywork rather than anything sinister like suspension. This time Grant goes for the joker. He's going to lose track position. Hill under attack from Tohill as they come across the loose as one. Has Tohill got the pace then? He's been a winner here. He's been a winner at Pembrey, and he goes now through the left-hander. Wide is Hill, up the inside, coming out of the elbow, the outside for the hairpin goes Tohill. On board with Hill, where's the Fiesta? Is it alongside, is it behind? It's still behind, but Tohill looks for the undercut, coming out of the corner. Can't find a way through there. Steve Hill stands on the brakes. The rear of the car dancing around, he's sideways across the loose. Godfrey goes joker look. Jack Thorne takes over the lead of the race. And there is Godfrey, who is going to be still ahead of the Hill-Tohill battle. And he's ahead of them by some margin as well, look. So now the real question is whether Jack Thorne can get his head down and try and build enough of a gap to hang on to the lead when he jokers. It's going to be a tall order. Is it possible? Let's see. Through the dust charges Simon Horton. There's the on-the-road leader, Jack Thorne. Behind him is Roger Thomas. And they have yet to joker, and Godfrey's pace looking as though he's going to be able to take the lead of the race without much worry on the joker lap. Started the year, remember, did Julian Godfrey in the Mitsubishi Mirage. He has switched back to his regular all-conquering Fiesta. Thorne, jokers, sideways, scrubbing off speed, losing out. Godfrey goes ahead of him. And what about third? Because Hill and Tohill are closing up on Thomas. Look in the background. Derek Tohill goes ahead of Steve Hill, and he's not that far behind the Welshman either. Julian Godfrey is at the hairpin at the top of Hairy Hill, and it looks as though a win beckons for him as now he accelerates down towards the loose. Jack Thorne, though, he's driving really well. Thomas has a problem and goes wide, so Derek Tohill all of a sudden he's on the podium. A lap ago it looked very unpromising. Now he's heading for 3rd spot as he goes through the right. There to the loose section of circuit, Julian Godfrey way out up front. And Steve Hill still working hard as he closes on Roger Thomas. Can he gain one more spot before the end of the race here? He's certainly working hard. He's certainly getting nearer. So Julian Godfrey came here as the joint championship leader. A win would put him as a clear championship leader as Jack Thorne chases after him, and Jack, quickest in practice, continuing to get better and better and better each time out in the car. Downhill he comes now. Sideways onto the loose at paddock, understeer, oversteer. He's still adapting to this car, but he's adapted really well today. There is the flag for Julian Godfrey to win here at Lyndon. Jack Thorne is going to be 2nd, and Derek Tohill takes 3rd. Steve Hill 4th, just getting ahead of Roger Thomas at the end. And Andy Grant is going to be the final finisher. Down he comes towards the chicane. Tell you a lie, the penultimate finisher, because Simon Horton's Subaru has dropped back behind him. So Grant and Horton will come through for penultimate and last places here at Lyndon. So Julian Godfrey wins, only by a second from Jack Thorne. Derek Tohill is third, then Steve Hill fourth, and Roger Thomas in fifth.
Julian Godfrey, you told me earlier in the day you set your fastest ever lap around Lyndon Hill in Q2. A fantastic performance, a great move on Jack Thorne in the final, another victory.
Yeah, no, it went very well. Again, in the 30, I set another faster lap time to another 2/10 off my best time, and the car's going really, really well now. And Jack got a slightly better start, but then he ran a bit wide in Cheshunt, so we touched wheels bent the steering, so I had about a half-turn steering, driving around a half-turn on the steering wheel, and it's really shaking away. So I took the Joker early, just because I drive defensively on the last couple of laps.
This car is a good car, it's proven, so it's just about me learning to drive it. As the day went on, we found time, tried different things as a driver in the car, and some worked, some didn't. But yeah, I think we've got a head around it pretty well for the first event. I never dreamed of coming here and come a second, only 1 second across the finish line behind Julian, which is 5 times British champion, I think. So I chucked everything into them last 2 laps trying to catch, but I think my tyres had gone, or I'd pushed the tyres too far. I think it's the better way to put that.
Derek, probably your hardest fought final of the year. That didn't go exactly to plan, did it? But a good result salvaged.
Yeah, it wasn't looking too good with a lap or so to go. I think we were down in 5th or 6th. Yeah, to salvage a podium on a bad day is probably not a bad result. So yeah, it's points on the board, and championship is still wide open. So yeah, salvaged something out of what was a tough day.